My name is Ashi, and today I speak not just as an observer, but as a Filipino who loves this country deeply, and as someone whose heart breaks for our beloved Cebu. What I'm about to say comes from pain, from frustration, but also from love. Love for my people and for the home we all share. If only our leaders governed with integrity, compassion, and genuine love for the Filipino people, imagine how far our nation could go. We are a people blessed with courage, intelligence, and resilience. Yet time and time again we are betrayed, not by fate, not by nature, but by those who swore to protect and serve us. Funds meant for flood control, disaster response, and vital infrastructure are too often misused or stolen. Money that should have gone to drainage systems, emergency shelters, and life-saving equipment ends up in the pockets of the corrupt. And while these individuals grow richer, the Filipino people are left to suffer, enduring the same tragedies over and over again. It hurts to see some politicians living in luxury, traveling abroad, dining lavishly, and showing off their wealth while their constituents drown, starve, and grieve. How can they smile? How can they sleep peacefully, knowing their greed has caused such pain and destruction? Today, Cebu stands in devastation. My beloved Cebu, once vibrant, full of life and laughter, now looks like a ghost town. The floods have taken not just homes, but lives, dreams, and memories. Streets have turned into rivers, communities have been washed away, families cry out for help, children cling to their parents, people wait on rooftops for rescue, and everywhere, there is heartbreak. It is painful to say Bangon Cebu once again, because we have said it too many times before. We rise after storm, rebuilding with hope, only to be failed again by those who could have prevented these tragedies. Yet despite it all, despite the heartbreak, we hold on. Because even when our leaders fail us, the Filipino spirit does not. Cebuanos are resilient. We have proven time and time again that no storm, no flood, and no tragedy can break our unity. We help one another, even when we ourselves are struggling. We share what little we have. We open our doors, our hearts, our hands to those in need. That is what makes us strong. That is what gives me hope. To my fellow Cebuanos, hold on. Hold on to faith, to love, to one another. No matter how deep the water rises, our strength and our compassion will always lift us back up. The road ahead will be long and difficult, but we will rebuild our homes, our communities, and our dreams, together. And to those who chose greed over service, who turned their backs on their people for personal gain, hinaut makatulog mo, makakawan mo tarong, despite the pain your actions have caused. May your conscience remind you every day that the money you stole could have saved lives, could have protected families, could have spared a city from ruin. But despite everything, Cebu will rise again. Not because of politicians, but because of its people. The volunteers, the rescuers, the workers, and every ordinary citizen who refuses to give up on this land. We will rebuild not just structures, but trust, unity, and hope. Cebu, my home, my heart, we will rise again. We will stand together, stronger, wiser, and more determined than ever before, because no amount of corruption can defeat the spirit of a people who love their home. Bangon Cebu, Parayang mga Sagbuanan, we rise again.